Very good afternoon to all of you. So we have till today we have completed 2 units on the fluid mechanics. Today is the lecture number 25. Okay, number 25 of your subject fluid mechanics. Then the code is 201003. And today is 2nd November 2021. So in unit number 2 we have seen unit number 2 we have seen uh, the two main parts, that is the fluid kinematics and fluid dynamics. Fluid kinematics and fluid dynamics. Dynamics. So in unit number 2 you completed this, whatever given in your syllabus set by the Savitri Bai Phule Pune University. We have completed this, and also in the fluid kinematics, the force is not considering the force is not causing flow. This is our consideration, and in dynamic we are considering force is causing flow. Force is causing flow. That is different between the major difference between the fluid dynamic and fluid dynamic. Okay. Also, we have seen in kinematics of flow, we have seen the Eulerian and Lagrangian approach, velocity and acceleration, and their components in Cartesian coordinate system. And also, we have seen the classification of force, that is the streamline, path line, streak line, control volume, etc. Also, we have seen the equation of continuity for 3D flow in Cartesian coordinate system, components of rotation, velocity, potential, stream function, flow net. One example on the stream function and flow net also we have completed in unit number 2. Then forces acting on the fluid mass is in motion, that we have started the dynamic. Euler's equation of motion along a streamline we have seen. Then from the Euler's equation we have got the Bernoulli's equation and its limitations also we have discussed. Okay. Also modified Bernoulli's equation, concept of atomic grade line and total energy line also we have seen in unit number 2. Application of Bernoulli's equation to measure discharge and velocity of flow. In that we have seen the venturimeter, orifice meter, pitot tube, and odometer. So in that, the venturimeter, orifice meter, and odometer, they are measuring the discharge or flow rate of the fluid, and pitot tube it measures or it gives us the velocity of the flow. So this is what about our unit number 2 we have completed, and also we have solved many examples and needed for your syllabus. Today we will start our unit number 3, and unit number 3 is nothing but unit 03 is nothing but dimensional analysis and model studies. There is two part. A part is dimensional analysis, dimensional analysis, 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 and model studies, and model studies, and model studies. Okay. So you know that the dimension means what? Dimension means your length, area, volume. Okay, the quantities we can measure, that is dimension. Dimensionless quantities are also there, with their Reynolds number, Mach number, etc. So there are different types of the quantities we can measure, uh, and some are the dimension quantities and some are the dimensionless quantities. Okay, so dimension means yani, there is, we can measure, there is length, there is area, or there may be volume. Okay, so you know that the length is the linear measurement of length, and its SI unit is meter, its metric unit is also meter, and in its English unit is feet. Similarly, if you think about the area is nothing but L into L. Or if you leave the dimension of the area, that is nothing but L square. And its unit in SI is meter square, unit metric unit is also meter square, and if you uh, go for the FPS unit or English unit, then that is feet square. Okay, so we will discuss that later on. And the B part of your B part of your this unit number 3 is nothing but the boundary layer theory. The boundary boundary layer theory. Okay, boundary layer theory. So dimensional analysis, we will see for the A part, that is the dimensional analysis. First we will see the dimensional analysis. Dimensional analysis. You know the dimension. Length, breadth, width, thickness, area, volume, velocity, okay, acceleration, gravitational acceleration, angular velocity. All these are, you can say that they are nothing but dimensions. They are quantities we can measure. Okay, meter. Okay, volume. All this we can measure. So why we need a dimensional analysis? Dimensional analysis is a mathematical technique which makes use of study of dimensions as an aid to solution of several engineering problems. So dimensional analysis gives the solution of several several engineering problems. Engineering problems. Okay, how it helps, you can see that. Okay, so each physical phenomena can be expressed by equation. Each physical phenomena can be expressed by uh, can be expressed by equation. You know that strain changing length. Okay, that can be strength is physical phenomena. Length is increasing. Okay, so change in length is nothing but your strength. Stress, you can say that Newton per mm square, that is MPa. Okay, so that is load upon area. That also is nothing but your physical phenomena. Also, that equation are composed of variables or physical quantities which may be dimensional and non-dimensional quantities, which may be dimensional or non-dimensional quantities. Dimensional quantities we can measure, but non-dimensional quantities we can't. Okay, helps in determining the systematic arrangement of the variables in physical relationship and combining dimensional variables to form non-dimensional parameters. To form non-dimensional parameters. So as we proceed to this unit, you will understand these terms. Now, might be not understanding. In the study of fluid mechanics, dimensional analysis has been found to be useful in both analytical and experimental investigations. Some of the uses of dimensional analysis uh, are testing the dimensional homogeneity of any equation of fluid nature. So these are nothing but you can term as uh, some of uses of the dimensional analysis, that is testing of the dimensional homogeneity of equation, homogeneity homogeneity of of any equation, any equation, any equation of fluid motion, of fluid of fluid motion, of fluid motion. It may be discharge, it may be velocity. You can analyze its dimension so that its left hand side dimension should be equal to right hand side dimension. This is equal to left hand side dimension is equal to right hand side dimension, then that is called as homogeneity in the dimension. Okay. So for testing of the dimensional homogeneity, this dimensional analysis can be done. Then second use will be to write down deriving equation expressed in terms of deriving equation equation expressed in terms of in terms of in terms of non-dimensional 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 parameters non-dimensional parameters to show the relative significance, to show the relative significance. Okay, this is the second use of of each parameter of each parameter each parameter. So that is very important, that dimensional analysis in the fluid mechanics and model studies. Then third use is dimensional because planning model test, planning model test, and presenting experimental results, and presenting presenting experimental experimental result. And experimental result can be compared with your theoretical result in a systematic manner. Systematic manner. Systematic manner. So this is again the uses of your dimensional analysis. In terms of in terms of in terms of non-dimensional in terms of non-dimensional non-dimensional parameters 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 parameters, thus making it possible to analyze the complete fluid flow, thus making making it possible to analyze analyze the complete fluid flow fluid flow phenomenon. So you know that To understand the fluid flow phenomena, we are making the models, and then we are analyzing or we are setting up parameters, non-dimensional parameters by the observation, by the experiment. Okay, and to prepare a model, definitely you need a dimension. So that's why dimension analysis is very important, and based on that, you can prepare a model to check or to study or verify a non-dimensional parameter. Okay, so that's why to study the fluid phenomena, the models we are making, and that uh, phenomena can be observed or experimented and can be recorded or parameters are set. Okay, so that's why dimensional analysis and model studies are very important in case of if you are going to study the fluid mechanics. So that's why these units are included in your syllabus. So outcome of today's lecture is you'll see the dimensions, models, uses of dimensional analysis, and dimensional homogeneity. So now we'll see the what is the dimensional homogeneity. Dimensional homogeneity. So many times this theory question is asked in examination. Homogeneity. And carefully see the spelling. You won't make a mistake. Homogeneity, that is dimensional homogeneity. What is the dimensional homogeneity? So mathematical equation governing relation between, you can write on mathematical equation equation governing governing relationship between relationship between relationship between variables variables in a physical phenomena in a physical physical किसको बोलते हैं लोग तभी it can be seen or observed है ना physical phenomena is is homogeneous is homogeneous if the left hand side if the left hand side and I'm writing in the short form, you can write on long form. Right hand side, valence, valence, valence dimensionally. Valence dimensionally. Okay? So for example, you will understand with the example, for example, if I write down discharge or flow rate, discharge from discharge from discharge from discharge from discharge from orifice from an orifice is given by is given by what I am writing is readable. There is an issue, then you can interrupt me. To discharge, this equation of solid is given by the coefficient of discharge CD A into under root of 2GH. So this is the discharge. I will write down this is equation 1. Okay. So here you know that if I will take the left hand side, if I take the left hand side of equation 1, so what it will be? That is Q. Q is nothing but discharge. Q is nothing but your discharge. And you know that discharge is nothing but sorry, discharge is nothing but area into velocity. Area into velocity. Or you can write down A into V, A into V, A into V. And you know that area we are measuring, dimension of area is length into length. It means that length is square. And dimension of velocity is we are measuring meter per second. It means that length into time. Time is definitely we are measuring in the second, and meter means length. So what is the dimension of this discharge? If you write down, that is left hand side, it is L cube upon T. And A cube is nothing but volume. Volume per second is nothing but your discharge. So volume per second is nothing but your discharge. You know that. Now we will take this is I will write down the equation for 2. Okay. Now you will see the RHS right hand side of equation 1. Right hand side of equation 1. Are you understanding? If there is any issue, then you can interrupt me. So RHS of equation 1 is nothing but what is that? CD, CD, that is the coefficient of discharge A under root of 2GH, under root of 2GH. So you know that coefficient of the discharge means there is no dimension, it's dimensionless quantity. Okay, but you know that area we are measuring, area we are measuring L square into again another dimension is 2GH under root of 2GH, that is right down half. So gravitational acceleration G is nothing but meter per second square. If I write down the dimension of this G, it means that L upon T square. L upon T square, if I am not wrong. And H is nothing but, you know, it is the head. It is the head or height of liquid. You can write H is nothing but in meter. So you can write down that is L. So I'll put this value. So under root of 2GH means G. G is L into T square into H is nothing but L. Okay. If I will write down this, it will be L square. This is under root of L into L is L square upon T square. So if I will write down this, it is nothing but L square into L by T. If I remove the square, so it will be L by T. So it will be nothing but L cube by T. L cube by T. So here you can see, sorry, you can see that I give this is 3. So you can see the equation, you can see the equation Q is equal to CD A under root of 2GH is a dimensional homogeneous equation. Homogeneous equation. तो समझ में आया ये? समझ में आएगा? So you can see that if there is left hand side of equation and right hand side of equation use same dimension, then we can say that that equation is dimensional homogeneous equation. That dimension homogeneous equation. So above equation number 1 is nothing but dimensional homogeneous equation. But if you see the second example, we will take example number 2. In case of Lacy's formula, Lacy's formula formula for weighted perimeter for weighted perimeter weighted perimeter. So this Lacey's formula is given by P is equal to equation is given by P is equal to 2.67 under root of Q. Actually, I will give the name of this equation number 4. So here you can see that P is the weighted perimeter. P is the weighted perimeter. You know that equation number 4, equation number 4, equation number 4. Number 4 is we find that equation number 4 we find that find that find that left hand side is perimeter perimeter that is P, okay, and its dimension is measured in meter, that is L. Dimension is L, okay. Whereas you can see that sorry, whereas 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 right hand side of equation we find under root of Q as dimension of as dimension of as dimension of under root of L cube upon T. You can see here the dimension in equation number 4, equation 4, RHS, that is under root of L cube upon T. So which does not balance with with LHS, because LHS is nothing but only L. Only L. So equation number 4, equation number 4, P is equal to 2.67 under root of Q. It's dimensionally not homogeneous equation. Okay. So how you can find out the homogeneity? So you will see the dimensions of left hand side and right hand side of the equation, and then you do. I will give you the homework. I will give you. So homework will be question number 1. 3. Homework. You can check the dimensional homogeneity of V is equal to under root of V is equal to 1. Okay, so this you have to find out at your home, not now. Now, for dimension analysis, there are different methods. So if you write down the methods of dimension analysis. So there are mostly 2 methods are there. I will write down. First method is called as relay method. Relay Relays method. Okay. And the name of scientist. Second method is Buckingham's five theorem. Or Buckingham's five, pi, or you can write down pi. That is also mentioned pi theorem. Pi theorem. So there are two methods for the dimensional analysis: Relays method and the Buckingham's pi method. So relay method dependent variables and x, y, z are independent variable occurring in the phenomena, then A can be expressed as function of A can be expressed as a function of x, y, z. Okay, or you can write out k x to the exponential power of A, y to the power of b, z to the power of c, where k is a constant of proportionality. Okay, and the fundamental dimension of each x, y, z, and a are written and sum of exponential of each fundamental dimension on both sides are both sides of the equation are equated. That is, if x has dimension, that is, x has but late method we are studying. So in the late method, if x has dimension, that is dimensions LA1, MB1, TC1, the basic dimension of length, okay? And y had dimensions LA2, MB2, TC2, okay? And z has dimension. Here, we are seeing how to find out the z dimension. The radius method, this z dimension is is LA2 LA3, sorry, LA3. Okay. Z has L square, sorry, L square Y. Okay. Z has dimension of LA3, MB3, and TC3, and A has dimension of A has dimension of A has dimension of L square, M0, T0. Then you can write down like this. So A is a function of x, y, z. So A is a function of x, y, and z. So in case of Relays method, you can write down first for x you can write down, maybe you can write down the A here 2 is equal to A LA1, so here A plus B plus C. Okay. Similarly, for y you can write down, it is 0 is equal to y here M0. Y is M0. Okay. So 0, that is A A2 plus B2 plus C2. So here also you can write down A plus B plus the summation of the exponential terms. Okay. And you see the z is also here T0. That's why here Egyptian side 0 and is nothing but LA3B3 plus C. You can write down A plus B plus C. Or you can write A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2, A3, B3, C3. Okay. So in relay method you are doing, so now this equation, if you see here, this equation is, I will write down 1, 2, 3. How many equations are there? 3. And unknowns are, how many unknowns are there? A, B, C, D. How many unknowns are there? This is the equation. How many equations? 3 equations are there. 3 equations are there. Okay. How many unknowns are there? A, B, and C. How many unknowns are? 3 unknowns. 3 unknowns are there. So if there is 3 equation and 3 unknowns, so we can easily find out the ABC value. Okay. Thus we have in relay method. We have thus we have 3 unknowns, 3 unknowns, 3 unknowns, and 3 equations, 3 equations, 3 unknowns and 3 equations. Okay, so that values of A, B, and C can be determined. Can be determined because 3 unknowns are there and 3 equations are. This method is suitable for this method is this method. Which method? Relay method. This means a relay. Relay method. This method is suitable for suitable for suitable suitable for only the number of variables are 3 or 4. Suitable for only number of variables. Number of variables 3 or 4. If number of variables यानी x, y, z, these 3 variables, है ना? और you can add and u, v, x, y, z, 5 variables. So we cannot go further, है ना? V, x, y, z, 4 variables we can solve. 4 variables needed 4 equations. Okay, 4 unknowns, 4 equations. Okay, but if there are more than 4, if if there are more than 4 variables, there are more than 4 variables, this Leh method, Leh's method is not advisable, not advisable. So this method is not advisable. You cannot go for this method. And if there is number of variables are more than 4 or 5, we will go for the Buckingham's pi theorem. What is the Buckingham pi theorem? We will see. And this is the out of syllabus relay method that I have explained to you. Because this relay method is only for the limited variables you can find out, uh, or you can do the dimensional analysis. But in case of Buckingham's pi theorem, more than uh, any number of variables you can go for that, and that's why always it is suggested that if there is more variables, then you go for the dimensional analysis by Buckingham's pi theorem. So it is not be able to complete the Buckingham pi theorem in this small time. So we will stop here. If you have any question, you can ask with me. Otherwise, we will stop here, and in next class we will see the Buckingham's pi theorem. And based on the Buckingham pi theorem, we will solve some examples so that we can understand how the dimensional analysis is done. How the dimensional analysis is done. Okay. So, thank you for joining. This subject is very dry. Most of students they are thinking that it is, uh, but it is very interesting you should learn this because everything in the our universe, our world, and we are facing with this mechanics, fluid mechanics is necessary. The moving air or flowing water or any type of liquids. Okay, we are come in contact with fluid motion. हाँ, आप देखेंगे ऑटोमोबाइल में भी the study of fluids are there. Basically, lots of types of hydrology, hydraulics, canals, open channel hydraulics. They are nothing but hydraulic jump mixing of oils and the materials. Okay, so many such. It is very important to study this subject, fluid mechanics, to understand for the engineers and hydrostatic loads on dams. You can see uh, culverts and rivers and many such forces acting on the civil structures. You can study also the flow through the pipes or flow through open channels that can you can study by knowing the fluid mechanics. If you have any question, you can ask with me. Otherwise, we'll stop here and we'll meet after Diwali. Thank you for joining. Uh, I got admission in the PhD in JTI memory. So maybe 15 days after Diwali. Uh, 8th November we will do the lecture and then there will be the break for 2 weeks and then we'll go for the another lectures. So whenever I will take the extra class for you, you should join the lecture so that we will cover the syllabus. I am recording your, for your reference these videos, lectures, but you are also write down or make your own notes so that at the time of examination uh, you don't need to see multiple books for study or for revision. So I will thank you for joining. Thank you. If there is no question, we will stop here.